Hello students, we'll continue with our chapter number 8, how do organisms reproduce. In the previous class we have discussed that DNA is acting as a blueprint because the DNA gets copied and the information then from the DNA passes to the next generation. And then we also have studied that copying of DNA is the basic event that takes place during the reproduction. And we have also seen that during the copying of DNA or during the copying of the nucleus, not only the nucleus is copied, but along with that nucleus, the complete machinery of the cell gets copied. So, if one amoeba has to divide, it not only divides the nucleus, but it also divides its cytoplasm and the cell membrane. So, the cellular apparatus has to be divided. So, that we have seen in the previous class. Set suppose this is amoeba, it divides into two daughter amoeba. So, this is parent amoeba and it divides into daughter cells or daughter amoeba. Now, let us study that and let us find out and know, and let me begin this with a question. Are these daughter cells identical? Are these cells identical? These cells, these both the cells, are these identical? So the answer is no. The answer is no. Why? Because no biochemical reaction is 100% accurate. No biochemical reaction is 100% same to same. Every time the DNA will copy itself, there will be some changes in the new copy of the DNA. Let me repeat. No biochemical reaction or process is in, if you talk about the NCERT language, it is written like that: no biochemical reaction is absolutely reliable, or we can say no biochemical reaction is 100% accurate. Means, what does it mean? Whenever a new DNA copy is made, every time there will be some changes. It will have some changes. Okay, so whenever a new DNA copy is made, it will have some changes, and these changes we call as variations. Okay, so whenever a DNA gets copied, the new copy of the DNA will have some kind of changes, and these changes are called as variations. So let us see what is given here in the NCERT. So if you see here in the NCERT, they are asking the question. We have studied up to here, and they are asking, these two cells are of course similar, but are they likely to be absolutely identical? The answer is depend on how accurately the copying reaction involved occur. So the answer is here: no biochemical reaction is absolutely reliable or 100% accurate. Therefore, it is only to be expected that the process of the copying the DNA will have some variations each time. So whenever a new DNA copy is made, there will be some changes will be there in the new copy of the DNA, and these changes are called as variations. And these variations is the variations are responsible for evolution that we are going to study in the next chapter. So as a result, the DNA copies generated will be similar but may not be identical to the original DNA. Okay. So that is why we say that variations are very important for survival of organism. Now let us talk about the type of variations. Now variations can be of different types. Okay, let us try to understand what are the different types of variations that we are going to study here. Okay, so variations, so let me write here types of variations. Okay, so good, number 2 bad, or drastic, number 3 neutral. Neutral means they don't do affect much. Okay, so what do you mean by good variations? Okay, so good variations helps the organism to adapt, helps the organisms to adapt to their environmental conditions. Means it allows the organism to live in a environment without any problem. Bad or drastic variations, will they help the organism to adapt? They will not help any, they will not allow organism to survive. So they will not allow organism to survive, the organism will simply die. Neutral means they don't have any good effect, neither bad effect, the organism will live without any problem, and the organism can have no advantages of the variations. So variations will not give any advantages if the variations are neutral. So let us see what is given here in the NCERT. So some of these variations might be so drastic. Drastic means bad, that the new DNA copy cannot work with the cellular apparatus. So what will happen to that cell? Such a newborn cell will simply die, means it will not allow organism to live. So I already told you, if the variations are bad or drastic, it will not allow the organisms to live. So on the other hand, there could be even many other variations in the DNA that would not lead to such drastic effects. So it means it may be either good or it may be neutral. So variations are good, bad or neutral. So good variations help the organism to adapt, and they allow the organism to live successfully in a environment where they are found. And bad variation does not allow the organism to live, the cell will simply die. And the neutral will also have no neither good effect or bad effect. So thus surviving cells are similar. So the surviving cells will be same to same, okay, but not identical, but be subtly different, means little bit different from each other. This inbuilt tendency of variation during reproduction is the basis of evolution, which I have already told you, and we are going to see this in the next chapter. So variations, why the variations take place, or when the variations takes place? The variations take place during the DNA copying. Okay, so why the variations takes place? Because no biochemical reaction is absolutely reliable. Now let us see what is the importance of variation. Okay, now there is a story given here in the NCERT on this topic, and before we can see what is given in the NCERT, let me explain you briefly what is the story. Now suppose a colony of bacteria is living in temperate water. Temperate is the region above or below the tropical region, means towards the pole. So temperate region is not very hot, it is colder region compared to the tropical areas. Okay, so the bacteria, a colony of bacteria is living in temperate waters. Now as we know that due to human activities the environment temperature is increasing, that we call it as global warming. So bacteria, a colony of bacteria is living in the water, and because of the global warming, the temperature of the water where they were living has slowly increased. Okay, now let me write it so that you can understand. So colony of bacteria, colony of bacteria is living in temperate water. So colony of bacteria living in temperate water. Okay, and they were living happily without any problem. But then, due to global warming, due to global warming, temperature of the water increases. So when the temperature of the water increases, then bacteria will have problem. Some those who cannot survive in high temperature water, what will happen to them? They will simply die. But those who have variation in their DNA and they have the ability to adapt to the changing environmental condition or changing temperature, will they die? No, they will adapt to the changing temperature or changing weather. So what will happen here is that due to global warming, temperature of the water increases, say about 1.5 degree increase of the temperature. Then some bacteria will have some problem, but they will survive. Okay, they will have some opinions, but they will survive. No problem will be there. But if the temperature has increased 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degrees, slowly, gradually increasing and increase 5 or 10 degrees, then those bacteria which were having problem, they were complaining about the increasing in temperature, will they survive? No. 5 degrees very high temperature. Okay, even 2 or 3 degrees very high temperature. So when the temperature of the water increases, some of the bacteria will die. Okay, and some will survive. So some will die and some will survive. Who will die? Those who have no variation or neutral variation. And who will survive? Which have got variation to fight against high temperature. So their DNA has already been prepared during the reproduction. Their DNA is having the ability to survive during the their DNA has given the ability to survive during the high temperature. But in those which are simply dying, their DNA has no ability to survive in the high temperature. So the information is not there to survive in the high temperature. How will they survive? They will not survive. They will simply die. So this is the importance of variation. Variations helps the organism to adapt to the changing environmental conditions. Okay, now let us see what is given here in the NCERT. So you can see here, uh, if some variations starting from here, if there were a population of bacteria living in temperate waters, so if there is a population of bacteria living in temperate waters, and if the water temperature were to be increased by global warming, most of these bacteria would die. Why? Because they have no resistance against the high temperature. But the few variants, variant means those who have got variation against heat or against high temperature, resistant to heat, would survive and grow further. So variation is useful for survival of species over time. Because of the variation, the entire species is not eliminated. Only few individuals die, but then most of them survive, or maybe some of them will survive and they will again increase in number and the species will continue to thrive. It will not be extinct. So variations are very important because variations help the organism to survive in the changing environmental condition. Okay, now let us study one more topic here in this particular point, importance of variations. Now here it is written, if we read from the first line here, populations of organisms fill well defined places or niche in the ecosystem. What is a niche? Now niche means the working place. Okay, let me explain it to you. There are basically two terms are there. One is habitat and one is niche. Okay, so what is a habitat? Habitat is a place where organism lives, and niche is a place where organism works. Okay, okay, like for example, a bird is living on in the nest. Bird has a nest, and the nest is situated on a certain tree. But for collecting the food, the bird has to go out of the nest to the different locations. So, what is the habitat? Habitat is the nest, which is on the tree, and niche is the place where it is going for collecting the food. So, for some organism, habitat and niche is same, but for many organism, habitat and niche is different. Suppose your parents are working. If your parents are working, they are living in their home. But are they working in their home? Many of them may be working from their home, but then nowadays, but then they have their offices and they have their working place. So they go from home to their working place. So working place is the niche and the home is the habitat. I hope this concept is clear. Now let us see what is given here. So populations of organisms fill well defined places or niches in the ecosystem. On what basis they fill the places? On the basis of the work which they do. Like some are producers. Why? They are doing what work they are doing? They are producing food. They are converting solar energy into food. Some are consumers. Now consumers are also categorized into different categories: primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, or we can divide them into herbivores and carnivores and omnivores, like that. So they have different works. Herbivores eat only plants, so they have the work to eat the plants. Carnivores eat the herbivores, and omnivores can eat both plants and animals. So populations of organisms, different populations of different organisms fill well defined places or the working areas according to the work which they are doing in the ecosystem, using their ability to reproduce. So they reproduce and they do work also, different work, and they fill the well defined places. Now, here we are going to see two concepts which are opposite to each other. Now, what are those two concepts? Now, during DNA copying, two things takes place. During DNA copying, two things takes place in the new DNA. Number one is variation, that already we have seen, that variations takes place in the new DNA which help the organism to survive. Number two, what is the second point? Excuse me. The second point is that consistency of DNA copying during reproduction. Okay, now what is the meaning of this? What do you mean by this? Consistency. So variation means changes. Variation means changes occur during the DNA copying are called as variation. Now they are talking about exactly opposite thing. What is that? Consistency during DNA copying. So that the organism can survive. Now both are opposite and both are important and both are taking place during the DNA copying. Now what variations, already I have explained you, variations takes place in the DNA copy which help the organism to survive. Now suppose, let us take an example of a carnivore, say lion or tiger. What is the function of the lion or tiger? The function is, or the role of the tiger is hunting. The function assigned to the tiger is hunting. So if I ask you a question, what features of the tiger enable it to hunt? And I tell you to write 3 or 4 features. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what features are present in the tiger or lion or any other carnivore which enables it to hunt? So the first point which most of you will write is sharp teeth. Okay, sharp claws. Why teeth? To tear the flesh. Claws to hold the organism. strength to run and to kill also. They need strength. Yes or no? And then speed. So if they don't have much speed, the prey will run away. They are predators. The prey will run away simply. The deer will run away. They will not be able to kill. So they need sharp teeth. They need sharp claws. They need strength. They need speed, and they need many other features for hunting. They need their body color to be matching with the background. Okay, that is we call it camouflage, so that they can mix with the background and they will not be easily seen by the prey, so that they can come close to the prey and then catch it. Okay, now these are the features present in the lion if they want to do hunting. So do you want any change in these features to take place so that these changes can pass to the next generation? Suppose if the changes are made in the sharp teeth, they become blunt. Sharp claws, they become again blunt. Blunt means which are not sharp. Strength, less strength. Speed, less speed. So if these changes will take place in the new DNA copy, and the new organism will have blunt teeth, blunt claws, less strength, weak and very low speed, what do you think? Will that lion or tiger will be able to hunt? The answer is no. That lion or tiger will not be able to hunt. So we don't want any change in these features. We want that this part of the DNA, we don't want any changes to be made. So no variations in these features. Okay, and even if we want variations, we want them to become better. We want more sharper teeth, more sharp claws, more strength, more speed, but we don't want these useless variations. So instead of these useless variations, what is required? Consistency during DNA copying. So DNA gets copied and these features will be passed as it is. Like the parent tiger or lion has sharp teeth, then that feature will be passed to the next generation and they will also have sharp teeth. If they have sharp claws, the next generation will also have sharp claws. If they have strength and speed, the next generation will also have strength and speed. So during the DNA copying, two things takes place: variations, that is slow changes, which help them to survive in a better environment or in the environment where they live, and consistency also they require during the DNA copying, so that the features which are already present and which are useful, they are passed without any change to the next generation. I hope this point is clear. Now let us see what is given here in the NCERT. So the consistency of DNA copying during reproduction is important for maintenance of body design features, which we have already seen: sharp claws, sharp teeth, speed, strength. These are all body design features that allow the organism to use that particular niche, allow the organism to use that niche or to work in that particular place where the organism is there living. So what is a niche? Niche is a working place of an organism. So therefore reproduction is linked to the stability of population of species, because during the reproduction what is taking place? DNA copying. And during DNA copying what is taking place? Two things: variations, and number two, consistency of DNA copying. So variations also take place, at the same time there is consistency also during the DNA copying. I hope these points are clear to all of you. Now you prepare the notes and study for the next class, and we will discuss the next topic in the next class. Thank you, students.